My name is Ethan Walker, and I'm 32 years old. I live in a quiet suburb of Austin, Texas. Honestly, just 6 months ago, I believed my life was almost perfect. I had a great job at a construction company, a cozy two-story house, a loyal dog named Rocky, and a woman I had loved for more than 10 years. My wife's name was Emily. We met back in college. She was studying interior design, and I was pursuing a degree in civil engineering. Our story began completely by accident. One rainy afternoon, I saw her drop all of her design sketches into a puddle outside one of the campus buildings. I helped her pick everything up, and afterward we grabbed a cup of coffee together. That simple moment changed both of our lives. 4 years later, we got married. Our wedding wasn't huge, but it was perfect. Our families were there, our closest friends surrounded us, and we danced until sunrise. I still remember looking at Emily in her white wedding dress, thinking I was the luckiest man alive. The first few years of our marriage were amazing. We traveled whenever we had the chance. We visited California, Florida, and even spent a week in Canada. On weekends, we'd cook dinner together, watch movies, and take Rocky for long walks through the neighborhood. We dreamed about having children one day, but we agreed to wait until we were more financially secure. Then everything slowly began to change. I received a promotion at work, and with it came more responsibility. Most days I worked 12-hour shifts, sometimes even longer. By the time I got home, I was exhausted. Emily also became busier after opening her own interior design studio. We stopped eating dinner together. We stopped talking for hours like we used to. We stopped laughing at the little things. At first, I convinced myself it was just a difficult phase. Every marriage goes through hard times, right? I believed we'd eventually find our way back to each other. I was wrong. One Friday evening, Emily told me she was going to spend the weekend in Dallas with a few of her girlfriends. I even helped her pack her suitcase and kissed her goodbye before she left. "Have fun," I said with a smile. "I will," she replied. 2 days later, on Sunday afternoon, I received a text message from one of my oldest friends, Lucas. "Ethan, I hate to tell you this, but I think I just saw Emily." I smiled and replied, "Yeah, she's in Dallas with her friends." Several seconds passed before another message appeared. "She wasn't with her friends." My heart skipped a beat. Then he sent me a photograph. The world around me suddenly felt silent. Emily was sitting across from another man at a restaurant. They were smiling at each other while holding hands across the table. I stared at the picture for what felt like forever. Maybe it was a coworker. Maybe it was an old friend. Maybe there was some reasonable explanation. I wanted to believe that. Then Lucas sent another picture. This time, there was no explanation left. They were kissing. My hands began to shake. I couldn't breathe. I didn't scream. I didn't throw my phone. I didn't cry. I simply sat there in complete silence, staring at the screen while every memory from the last 10 years played over and over inside my head. Our first date, our wedding, every vacation, every anniversary, every promise we'd ever made. Everything suddenly felt like a lie. When Emily came home later that evening, she acted as if nothing had happened. "Hey, babe," she smiled. "How was your weekend?" Without saying a single word, I unlocked my phone and placed it on the kitchen table in front of her. She looked down at the screen. The smile disappeared from her face almost instantly. For several long seconds, she didn't say a word. Finally, she whispered, "It's not what you think." I couldn't help but laugh, not because anything was funny, because I couldn't believe she actually expected me to believe that. "Really?" I asked quietly. "Then tell me what I'm supposed to think." She started crying. She said she'd been feeling lonely for a long time. "Changed my life forever.